Хөрхөн охид trap сонсон. Trap сонсон, trap донсон. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Дагаж дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.
What's up, people? Welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. We got two this week. Two that are going to be out on iTunes and SoundCloud, and then another 3 on Rockfin. Okay, so if you want to hear some badass fighters, I'm doing some great interviews this week. Great interviews on Rockfin, ROKFIN/Adam Hunter. If you like what you hear, endorse me there. It comes out to like $250 a day or something. $250 a week. $2.50, not like $250. All right, and I'm talking to Shane Burgos over there, Vince Morales, Charles Rosa, Ryan Spann, Taiwan Air, Claxton, Brandon Davis, all on Rockfin this week, all UFC or Bellator fighters, and all with great stories. I want to thank our sponsor, Speedweed. Listen, Speedweed, it's the best, okay? It's the best marijuana, and it's handpicked, just like, what's the name's opponent this week? What's Jack Reacher? What's his name?
Jack Swagger.
Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger's opponent.
Handpicked.
Okay, so they'll take care of you. They'll deliver it, all right, to Speedweed. Just go to speedweed.com. Go to @Speedweed, speedweed.com. They will take care of you. They got CBD. They got medical marijuana. They got marijuana. They got CBD. They got edibles. Anything you need, and they will take it anywhere in California. Take it right to you. Overnight delivery, same-day delivery. They're good people. Mention MMA Roasted. You get $10 off, $100 or more, okay? Also, listen. A lot of people are hesitant to try hemp-derived CBD because they don't know where to start, all right? They don't know what's going on. They don't know which one to take. Well, Nature's Oils Online is the best CBD I've ever experienced, okay? I rub it all over my body after the gym, everywhere, even my penis, okay? Everywhere. And then my dog takes the CBD dog treats. It's awesome. It's the best stuff. It's a family-owned business, and it provides the highest quality U.S.-grown hemp-derived CBD products, and also give personal guidance on choosing the right product and finding a dose that works for you. Their hemp is grown in the U.S. without the use of pesticides and is mixed with organic MCT coconut oil. Each batch is third-party tested for potency and purity, and the results are posted on their website. They have full-spectrum or whole-plant hemp oil extract, hemp-derived isolate tinctures, hemp and emu oil pain balm, and full-spectrum CBD dog chews. Go to naturesoilsonline.com and include free shipping within the continental U.S. Call them directly at 469-525-3131. That's 469-525-3131. And we're offering a 15% discount. Just put in Adam15 to get 15% off. I'm telling you guys, this is the best CBD you'll ever experience, okay? So, hope all is well. What's going on with you, man?
Not much. Just got back from Costa Rica. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Costa Rica with the lady for 8 days is, if you have the chance, I recommend it to anybody, especially if you're a working man like me and you hate your job.
You hate your job, really?
Nice, it's just, I don't hate it. I've, for my entire life, kind of avoided being the guy that had to wear a collared shirt and slacks and sit at a desk.
And you're doing security though, isn't that badass?
But that's what I'm doing. Like I'm the TV guy, so I'm sitting at the desk in my suit every day with my nice shoes,
and you're watching a TV monitor
and just watching like 30 monitors.
Have you ever had any kind of
I'm on the day shift. Like I get there at 7 and I work till 3:30. So like we don't really have much of anything going on, just watching people come in and out of work. But the night shift guys have made a couple arrests, and like we get like taggers on the street, and people like trying to vandalize, and that's pretty much it. But
see, well, you went to Costa Rica with your girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now I've always wanted to do something like that with my girl, but I'm always like, how do you plan it? You go on Expedia, or do you go on a?
She did everything.
She's
amazing. She booked tickets, she booked hotels or like Airbnbs, and then we pretty much just winged all the activities. It was like wake up and see how we're feeling and decide what we're gonna do. So we did suspension bridges one day, we did a chocolate tour, see how they make chocolate, which was fucking awesome because they gave us just eat as much chocolate as you want. It's like being Willy Wonka in the jungle.
Wow.
So that was cool. But yeah, it was like, if you go down there, like, don't plan anything, just go and relax.
Now, you didn't train for 10 days. Did that drive you crazy?
Didn't train for 10 days. I was supposed to. We were actually like a mile away from a resort that has Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, all sorts of stuff. It's like designed for martial artists to come and spend a week there taking classes and training and stuff. And I didn't go. I was supposed to, but I drank too much.
Got it.
So yeah, I was going a little. I was getting a little antsy, but at the same time, it was nice. I didn't gain a single pound. I was drinking beer on the beach all day for 8 days.
Now, when I don't do comedy for like a day or a week, my comedy just starts coming out in places where people don't want it.
Yeah.
Like at like the bank or at the grocery store, to somebody like that's annoying me somewhere on a plane or something. Is that how you are with fighting?
I'm happy to say that I'm not like that with fighting. So I'm not going around like just trying to beat the shit out of people.
Just armbarring people that like bother you.
Just tossing people on their head after they cut me off. No, like I knew going into it. I told myself like, all right, you're not going to train, And I haven't been training like super hard since my fight. I haven't trained super hard. I have a tournament coming up, so now I'm going to start kicking it back in. But I've been, like 2 days a week.
So you're a brown belt. Is it a brown belt tournament?
It's a all ages, all belts tournament. But they like you compete by your belt and your weight and your age, actually, if you choose to.
So you're in the over 60.
So exactly.
Yes.
I'm in the old man division. I'm in the first. Well, they have like, so there's adult and then there's masters and like masters 2, masters 3, and then there's seniors. So I'm masters 1, the first.
And how old is that?
I think it's 30 to 34 or 35.
Wow.
Yeah. And there is a difference. I mean, like, I've been competing since I was 19, and like, even as a 19, 20-year-old blue belt, I would have been fucking me up a little bit now. Like, I wouldn't lose, but just the testosterone and the muscle mass.
Well, did you watch the Askren Jordan Burroughs?
Exactly. That's what I mean. So it's like like a 10-year younger version of me would kick my ass a little bit now, but I'd still like out technique.
The thing is, I know wrestling. Like, I mean, that's my thing. And I was like, it's so hard to think of Ben Askren losing. And I'm like, and the last time we saw Askren compete, like on either internet, one of these like beat the streets type thing event, not beat the streets, but one of those events. Like he was beating like national champions.
Yeah.
But then Jordan Burroughs is like, there's levels to this.
Yeah. There's levels.
Wow.
There's levels. Just like Dennis Hallman got tapped in 12 seconds.
I saw that. Did you watch that?
Yes.
I saw that too. I mean, Hallman's a high degree black belt, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And he like, all credit to Dennis Hallman. Like he went for that heel hook. Like he knew it was coming and he went for his. And Craig Jones is just Craig Jones.
Now, who is Craig Jones?
He's an Australian guy. He's kind of come up in the last year, I'd say. Kind of just exploded on the scene, has been leg locking everybody.
So who would win, him or Gary Tonin?
I think he beat Gordon Ryan.
Now, is Gordon Ryan?
And
looks like
they're both big. Like
now
he's
Gordon
like a 205.
Looks like he's like an Incredible Hulk.
Gordon Ryan.
Is he natural?
There's no way he can be. Like you can't be that big and not be on some. Not saying it's steroids, but like. There's something extracurricular.
Did they test
going
in
on.
the jiu-jitsu
There has
world?
to be. No.
At all?
No.
See, that's not right. Because in wrestling,
they do. Like Paul Harris popped.
Oh yeah,
he popped for. But like, that's you can look at him.
How did they not test in that?
But yeah, because it's not. They don't have the money to test for it.
Come on,
like, dude, Bellator doesn't fucking test. You think some jiu-jitsu tournament's gonna test athletes? No way.
Oh my
like
God.
EBI, like what is Eddie Bravo gonna fork out $50,000 so that he can drug test all his guys? Like, it's not gonna happen.
But it would just seem like you would have a significant. First of all, I watched that. I never even watched combat jiu-jitsu or any type of submission on the ground. It's just so much out there. But I watched it because Ellenberger was competing against Diego Sanchez.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I got to watch this. And I liked it. I just think that it's very... What's that word with the end? You're just like, ugh. It's very like it's a good build
It's kind
up.
of lackluster, yeah.
Oh, at the end, the way they do it, where you win by the quickest submission or they got to figure
escape,
out
the quickest
maybe.
escape.
Why don't they just do like first takedown wins? Because that would
because then it's wrestling.
yeah, but that'd be more exciting than.
I like the rule set. It's just if you don't know what's going on, like if you don't do jujitsu, at least like have done jujitsu for a little while, it's not going to be interesting to you.
It was interesting. It was just anticlimactic how like whoever escapes the armbar first wins.
Yeah.
Just because then it's like, I don't know. It just sort of favors.
Yeah, because you can just be really good at escapes and stall for 10 minutes and then get in that position and like escape really quick, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. They got to do something better. I don't know what to do. Maybe like a slap contest or something, or I don't know what it is. But
Arm wrestling.
who has the bigger dick in both Viagra?
Yeah.
Like
Just whip them out, dude.
Who could pick up? Have like a hot chick there who could pick her up. So something has to be. They got to figure something out because it was 4 in a row too. They went into overtime.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it happened. It's just like it's not like a fight going to a decision because obviously a fight is going to be more action. It's like a Derek Lewis and Ngannou fight, you know, and it kind of just ends.
Who was that guy Mitrione went up against? That guy was like a monster too. That huge guy.
No,
he looked like he was like he had.
He was
looked like a bear.
What's his name?
He looked like a bear.
The Brazilian guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that guy?
Werner? No, Fabiano.
I don't know. That's like it's like my biggest nightmare is going to a jiu-jitsu class and having him as the guy.
Having that guy, yeah.
Because he looks so out of shape and doughy. But
Yeah.
you know, he just has that inner core strength and he just knows what he's doing. I mean, he was like toying with Mitrione.
We have at Aloysio's school headquarters, we have he's probably 450-pound black belt. And like he knows he has super solid technique, like he knows everything to do, but he doesn't have to do anything. If he gets on top, it's like you're just fucked.
Yeah, that was.
And he's just gonna wait it out, and work like a little Kimura or an armbar from the top, and you're done. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fun
miserable.
to watch. Don't get me wrong, it was fun to watch. It just was a little bit like I liked it, and I like Chael. I think it's good. It's just I don't know. Plus, the guys it seems like the guys are too nice to each other. It looks like two guys.
Well, yeah, and that's why the high jiu-jitsu, what's the high rollers?
Yeah.
I think that's why high rollers caught on so well, is because it's like it's already that kind of like we're just like competing, you know, it's chill,
yeah.
and then you add weed to it, and it's like now it makes sense.
So, so let's talk about the fight, some of the fights over the weekend. First of all, I felt so bad for Thug Rose because she was doing so good. She was lighting her up on the feet, making me look really stupid for picking Andrade.
Yeah.
And then Andrade just like, it was almost
Came
like a
through for
desperation throw.
It was weird because Rose was going for a Kimura, and which is a solid defense, but like when you have the DC high crotch strength and you can just pick somebody up like that, it's
now
all bets are off.
What could Rose have
point.
done? They said what Rose could have done differently, going for a switch or that. But do you ever train for that? Because there's no slamming in jiu-jitsu, right?
No. Well, you can get taken down like that. Like that's a legal takedown in jiu-jitsu.
But not like that. Like
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Maybe in competing, but
you'll
in practice, people aren't doing that.
Yeah, it's frowned upon. But
First time I went to a jiu-jitsu class, somebody put a triangle on me, and I did that Rampage Arona
Well,
slam.
that's different. That's different because it's not a takedown.
Started yelling
that's a
at me.
slam. Like hers was a legit takedown. She had a leg, and she just picked her up, and like Rose held onto the Kimura, which is why her body flipped. I think if she had just let go and kind of sat on her, then it would have turned into more of a slam onto her back instead of a like.
So Rose should have let go of the Kimura.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it worked in the beginning.
Yeah, it worked in the beginning. So it's like, what do you do?
Has that ever happened to you in practice?
Hindsight is 20/20. I've gone with wrestlers that will like get me up there, but I usually don't end up getting slammed. Like I'll get taken down, but I'm landing on my feet first. Like they're trying to lift me up and slam me, and I kind of just wiggle and wave my arms and legs and get back to my feet, and then I'll fall. I've never really been like slammed super hard. I got double legged pretty hard once on a super clean double leg, but that's, that happens.
Now, also, that was crazy. That was crazy. Anderson Silva needs to stop fighting. At this
That
point,
was crazy too.
his legs are gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Both knees.
I mean, what is he trying to prove?
I don't think he's trying to prove anything. I think he just loves, like, that's who he is, you know?
But he doesn't need the money.
It's just like BJ. That's who he is.
I don't get it. I mean, they should all be able to fight in Ryzen on steroids.
Yes.
And then that evens it out.
Yeah.
Because those guys on TRT are still winning those fights.
They should be forced to use steroids.
Yeah.
There should be an I feel like there should be an exemption for older fighters. Like once you hit 40, if you're getting tested and you're getting your testosterone levels tested and whatever, and they're lower, then like I don't see anything wrong with taking TRT or doing TRT because it's just keeping you equal.
Yeah.
You know, it's keeping you equal. It's not giving you an advantage, really. I mean, Vitor, you can argue it did. Cause he was
argue?
Just,
I mean,
he was
well,
just,
look at him now.
He was just putting
Of
way too
course.
much in there. But
And
if
then,
it's keeping it at like a normal level of like, you know, they obviously did tests when they were younger. So let's see what they had when they were younger and throw them in there. Fine. But like, then you're getting into gray area, you know?
and then Volkanovski, he's great. But
great.
because he didn't like knock out Aldo, no one's talking about him. But it's fucking Jose Aldo.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Like,
mean, I used to hate that.
you go knock out Jose.
I used to hate when I used to have home wrestling matches, and I'd go be up against like a tough guy, like the league champion, and I would beat him, but I beat him like 7-3 or something.
Yeah.
And some other kid on my team like pinned a fish,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Oh,
look how
that guy's,"
great.
and you're like, "Yeah, but that's not. You don't know." I feel like that's what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, Jose Aldo, I think people forget very quickly, for sure, but I think they forget how great Jose Aldo was.
Yeah.
Like, he was great. He still is. He's good. Like, he was on a tear.
He'll beat almost anybody.
Like, he body KO'd Jeremy Stevens.
And look what Volkanovski
like-
did to Chad Mendez.
Exactly. So it's like, we have to take this guy serious.
Yeah,
Very much take him serious.
So what's going to happen? You think he's going to fight Holloway next?
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. I mean, I don't know who else Max would fight.
I'm looking forward to Tony Ferguson versus Cowboy Cerrone.
Yes.
Although
all the fights at 55 right now are just
yeah.
if they book McGregor and Gaethje, it's
Is that what they're talking about?
I mean, that's what's left.
Ooh.
You know?
Who wins that
That's
fight?
what's left. I don't know.
Does McGregor hit too hard for Gaethje?
I don't know because Gaethje does that. I mean, he doesn't really get hit on the button. Like Poirier, it took a lot of work from Poirier to put him out, you know? And he did it clean.
I kind of want to
But-
see Gaethje versus Al Iaquinta.
I'd like to see that too.
That'd be a
I'd like to
great
see
fight.
that too.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think what was the one that you said? Cerrone.
Cerrone, yeah.
That's a good fight. And he's looked, I mean, you know, we'll see where Tony is. I mean, Tony's just coming off that win of over
But can Tony
over Pettis.
can he do what? I'm trying to think, okay, who has the advantage on the feet?
Oh, Cerrone.
Cerrone,
All
right?
day. And Tony gets hit a lot. And that's the issue, is that he's not afraid to get hit, and Cerrone is a precision striker. So he's
So on
going
the
to
ground, who's better on the ground?
That is where it's a toss-up for me.
I would almost say Ferguson's more creative, right?
Ferguson's more creative. He definitely has a better guard than Cerrone, I think. But I mean, Cerrone he's a legit black belt. Cowboy can throw down anywhere it goes, and I don't think he has any fear of Tony Ferguson at all.
Ferguson's a better wrestler,
You know.
college wrestler.
Better wrestler, but
Who's tougher?
I would say Tony.
But if you think
Because
about
we've seen Cowboy get like into that little scared spot where he's getting tagged a little bit, and he does the tie thing where he just covers up and waits it out. But it's like they're just gonna stop the fight. You know, Tony starts swinging and doing.
But will
front
Ferguson's
flips
funk
and-
work against Cerrone?
I don't know.
Like that
Yeah.
that stuff he does.
It's like that weird movement and the kung fu and the
Is it
Wing
kung fu?
Chun. It's Wing Chun.
Somebody asked me the other day, should I take Muay Thai? My friend was like, I want to take a martial art. And I'm like, I'm not really high on Muay Thai right now because it's just like, I just like it. I'm starting to spar a little bit. I feel comfortable. I'm learning how to kick. I'm learning how to punch better, learning combinations. And it's not killing my body like jiu-jitsu was. And nothing against jiu-jitsu, but just after you an ACL tear, it's hard. When you have a baby and you start second guessing it. And coming from a wrestling background helps a lot, but also in some ways hurts because in wrestling you're told to power through everything. Power through. Jiu-jitsu, it's like, no, you tap.
Yeah.
And it was hard to know when I was in trouble.
When to power through and when to tap.
Yeah, that was really hard for me. I do miss it. I do miss I was getting winded a lot. I was gassing a lot because I was going 100% and then being like, but I do miss it, but I'm liking Muay Thai right now. But he asked me, should I take Muay Thai or Kung Fu? And I told my friend, I said Muay Thai all day.
Yeah.
And he goes, why not? I go, well, put it this way. There's never been a Kung Fu champion in the UFC.
Zabit's coming.
Is he Kung Fu?
Zabit's a Kung Fu guy, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But that's the thing with like an MMA fighter, to say you're a Kung Fu guy or a Muay Thai guy or a Jiu-Jitsu guy, unless you're Damian Maia, you're not a guy. You're a MMA fighter.
Right, but there's never been a guy with your like background in Kung Fu.
Yeah.
I mean, Roy Nelson was Kung Fu-'d, but I'm trying to think who had a Kung Fu background.
No one.
Right?
I don't think. I mean, Anderson Silva does like the little hand stuff, and Tony does like, he draws from Wing Chun and Kung Fu, I think. But
James Vick told me he's been studying Kung Fu for a couple years now, and he's going to bring it to the UFC.
Let's go.
But I don't know.
There's definitely, this is my thing with MMA. It's you pick and choose from whatever martial arts are going to work for you and work for your body and how you move and how you think. Like Pettis, for example, Taekwondo black belt, but knows how to throw a Muay Thai round kick.
Right.
So he can use like the agility of Taekwondo, but sprinkle in the power of Muay Thai. And he makes it work for him.
And Nate Diaz.
Oh, fucking banger. Yeah, I'm very into that.
See, just when Bellator, you think they start to get a little bit of advantage because that card was stacked.
The UFC goes,
all right, let's make some fights that everyone's going to talk about.
Yep.
Just when Bellator was like, I mean...
A little bit of traction.
I mean, MVP losing, that was pretty badass. Just because of how cocky he is. And because I was like, will anyone ever catch this style? And then when What's His Name did what he did...
Yeah, that kick was so perfectly timed.
But also it seemed so obvious, right?
Yeah, like just kick the lead leg. Yeah.
It was so close to him.
Kick the lead leg.
I mean, it was right next to him, but he was hurt. So MVP usually isn't that close.
Yeah, he's never that close. He doesn't stand that close. And that was a, small error on his part that cost him the fight.
Lima told me he was really hurt, by the way. I talked to him. But he did say that he practiced that. That they watched film and they go that he didn't know exactly when that was going to, or not exactly, but he knew what to do when.
He knew it was going to happen. He just didn't. Yeah, he didn't know when.
It was crazy.
Which, man, it was pretty awesome to watch.
What wasn't awesome to watch was Jack Swagger. I mean, look, I like Jack Swagger. He beat Cain Velasquez in wrestling in college. He's a legitimate, all-American, awesome. You could tell he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But let's get even if you have to go and get get someone that looks like they're a fighter.
Right.
Not looks like they just won a pie eating contest at the state fair. I mean, it was insane. Don't
be mean to Roy Nelson like that.
It looked like a Jack Black movie, and like at the last,
the guy did look like Jack Black, legit looked like Jack Black, and probably fought very close to how Jack Black.
I think Jack Black might beat him. Actually, I mean, the guy was 9-1 as an amateur. Who are these 9 guys he beat?
Well, that's the thing I think too at heavyweight, where it's like, when you're that big, you could have guys that just think they can fight, and it's like one punch is going to end it.
But he also lost 60 pounds.
All you got to do is land something.
He was 340 before that fight.
There you go.
I mean, so that's him in shape?
I guess so.
Oh my God.
I guess so. I guess that's all that Bellator could scrounge up. And that's the thing. It's like they have so many fighters. Like, you have legit fighters.
Oh yeah.
We know they do.
Look at AJ McKee was right before him.
One of them. Yeah, exactly. Like give him a legit guy.
Oh, what do you mean heavyweight?
Yeah.
Well,
they have guys.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah. I mean, there was a couple. They signed some wrestlers that were really good. There was one guy I think from Arizona they signed. I think his name was Jared something. I had him on the show because I talked about how he had the body of Oprah or something. He was like when they signed the Fab Five. They sounded like the Fab Five wrestlers at one point. And I remember they signed this guy, and I was like, this big black guy with a legitimate college wrestling background, And I thought he'd be a great for Jack Swagger. The problem is one of them's going to lose, but so what? You know?
But like,
they don't want to lose their investment though. That's the problem.
Yeah. So I get it. But it's like now they're treating it like boxing where they're just like, oh, we have this star that we want to build up. Let's just throw him guys so we can have a record. Like people are onto that game, you know? And the reason it works is in boxing is because none of it's televised. Like people's first 20 fights aren't on primetime TV.
Yeah.
They're not on pay-per-views. They're in some gym somewhere where like 60 people show up. And there you go.
Well, that's the difference though. Is like when you have the promotion someone versus like a Golden Boy MMA. Like if like Golden Boy or Top Rank signed them, they would put them on Top Rank cards. You wouldn't hear them until they did this. But when Bellator signs you, then what are they going to do? I understand the dilemma, but I don't know. Is he really bringing in that many people though? Like wrestling fans, and we're only talking about him because of his shitty opponents.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I mean that's the proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
Like we're not talking about his wrestling credentials. Oh, he did that. Like
no, I'm saying WWE wrestling.
Yeah, you're talking about some fat guy that he fought.
But by the way, it was crazy. It was crazy. By the way, Tyler Diamond, like I mentioned last podcast, won his fight, which was awesome.
Congrats, Tyler.
He fought a guy and he told me he picked the guy because he was undefeated. They gave him another guy that had a couple losses. He said, no, I want the undefeated guy. But this guy, like 9 submissions, 10-0 or something, and had all stoppages, hadn't fought in 2 years, and like hurt Tyler bad.
Yeah.
Tyler came back and hurt him bad, but this guy was like laughing at Tyler, and he lost 30-27, but I can't wait to see him again. I mean, it was crazy. He was yawning. Tyler took him down and started yawning. And then before that fight, Josh Berkman fought, who got his mouth guard taken out, like he punched out of his mouth, went to the ground and picked it up, put him back in his mouth, and the other guy was chasing him around trying to punch him while this was going on.
He was putting his mouth
guard.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining.
Hey, whatever. Good on him.
So let's talk about...
If the ref doesn't stop the fight, you don't stop fighting.
Yeah. No, let's talk about some of the fights this week because I'm excited. I want to hear your opinion on it.
Yes.
All right, so this week we got Kevin Lee, Rafael Dos Anjos. This is a must-win for Kevin Lee. Rafael Dos Anjos, I feel like, is on his way out, on his way down. He won the belt. But Kevin Lee is still young, really young.
Yeah.
But if he loses again, like 2 in a row to first Ally King to this, that's not good.
It's not going to be good for Kevin Lee. I think, man, I don't know about this fight because RDA's wrestling is legit.
Yeah.
His gas is legit, and I think his stand-up is better than Kevin Lee's. So if he can stop that takedown, it's gonna be a tough night for Kevin Lee. Like Kevin Lee's he's gonna have to do some work to get this win. Like they're definitely not being nice to him.
I think Kevin switched cams.
You know?
I think he went Twitter silent. I haven't seen him on any Instagram or Twitter.
I haven't heard a thing out of him. I forgot he was fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe he realized that he was getting too involved, and a lot of fighters do that. Some fighters that seems to help.
Yeah, for sure.
Other people, it could be a huge distraction.
I think it has to be, you have to know yourself and know like where that balance lies between the self-promotion and just buckling down and training and being ready.
I mean, when that guy lost recently, that guy, I forgot, the black guy from Texas who lost to the Russian, he kept tweeting about how he wanted to fight Greg Hardy, and then he loses on the UFC undercard.
Yeah.
And then like a minute later goes, I lost to pride. Fuck Greg Hardy. Like, and you're like, like, dude, what? You're obsessed with Greg Hardy, and
like focus on the fight that's in front of you.
You just lost 2 seconds ago. Like, what are you doing? Juan, I forgot the guy's name. Big guy, tough guy, but it seems a little strange. So in ONE FC, by the way, Aoki's fighting Christian Lee.
Yes.
Shinya Aoki.
Tell
me about him. I don't know.
Still fighting.
I know he's a legend, but tell me about...
Yeah, legend. He's a jiu-jitsu guy, like huge jiu-jitsu guy. God, who hasn't he fought? He's Pride veteran, UFC veteran. He's one of those, the same thing, like Anderson Silva, like that, not that status, but why are you still doing it? It's he has to just love it.
I know he didn't do very good in the UFC, right?
He didn't do great. I think he had a couple wins, but it wasn't nothing spectacular. We'll see. I mean, the guy's like 42, I think, 43.
And then Sage Northcutt taking on Cosmo Alexander.
Know nothing about Cosmo, but Sage should. I feel like one is one of those, like, they brought those guys over, so they're gonna take it a little easy on them for the first couple fights. Maybe not DJ. DJ had a pretty good guy that he fought, but like the Sages and Eddie Alvarez freaking lost.
I mean, they lost quickly.
So we'll see. I mean, I think that's their idea, but it's like you never know. You know,
Gary
MMA is that game. Like, you never know. Gary Tonen's been talking.
He's fighting Nakahara.
Yeah, he's very.
Why?
I love Gary Tonen because he's so self-deprecating and like self-aware that he's like, well, it's gonna be a great night if I don't get knocked the fuck out by this guy. Like, like he knows what he is. You know, Gary Tonen knows that he's a jiu-jitsu guy. Like, yeah, he had a knockout in his last fight, but he's not a stand-up fighter. He has decent stand-up. But he knows, like, he's going to have to take it to the ground and finish it. And if he does, that's the thing. With a guy that good, if he gets him on the ground, he's going to finish him.
I want to see Gary versus Northcutt.
I would love to see that.
Who wins that fight?
I would love to see that. Gary Tonen.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though Sage's experience in karate and...
I think Gary just singles. Just gets a single. Because Gary Tonen's a good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. Very underrated wrestler. Like, he loves takedowns.
That's crazy.
I mean, he wrestled in high school. He was like a high school wrestler and then started jiu-jitsu. So he has that base. But I don't think Sage is anywhere close to where he is.
Wow.
If it goes to the ground.
Oh, if it goes to the ground.
Yeah. If it goes to the ground. And I think he'll single him.
And KSW.
If they ever fight.
Scott Ashcam. That guy's a fun fighter to watch. I've watched him fight a couple times. Norman Park. Came to my show. He's on that card. I like Norman a lot. Thiago Silva's on the card against Martin Zawada.
Thiago Silva. That's a name I haven't heard in a really long time.
Yeah,
didn't he like go to prison or something?
He had a standoff.
With, he pulled a gun on like cops or his wife or something.
I think he came to the gym and there was a guy that was like banging his ex-wife and
he had like a shotgun, showed up. Yeah,
but he didn't go to prison. He got off.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he just got like
that
cut.
was the last I heard from him.
That was sort of like...
It was like he got surrounded by the police.
That was the last people wanted to fuck with him, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And then UFC card, Vicente Luque is fighting.
Vicente and Neil Magny?
I think Neil Magny pulled out because now it's saying opponent TBA.
What?
I don't know if that's true, but according to this app. Ian Heinisch is the guy I talked to.
Yep.
He's fighting Shoeface.
Yeah.
I hope Ian wins, man.
And they have like a picture of some random guy on
what, MMA Junkie?
Unless it's a different Antonio Carlos Jr. Unless it's a different Shoeface.
What app are you on?
They just have some. I'm just on Google. They just have some dude, bald black guy. Shoeface is a beast. Shoeface is a beast. I think he'll take that.
I hope not. This other guy's got some story. He was like in prison in Greece on the Canary Islands, and he was transferring cocaine and balloons in his stomach back and forth.
Oh, this is him.
Yeah, this is him.
Oh, dude, let's go, Ian.
And the guy, like, I mean, he's just had some craziest
life ever.
He went to Rikers Island and punched out the leader of some gang, and they wanted to kill him, and his mom bailed him out, and he was hooked on ecstasy and hooked on this and hooked on that.
Jeez.
Megan Anderson against Felicia Spencer. I don't know much about Felicia Spencer, do you?
I don't know anything about Felicia Spencer. Megan's coming off her win
over Kat. But it was weird.
The weird toe.
Yeah, toe jam.
Toe scratch.
Camel toe.
She's always fun to watch, and she's fucking huge. So
she's kind of hot.
She's pretty hot.
She is pretty hot.
She's super hot if she wasn't like 6'1".
And so angry too.
And like way bigger than me.
And she had resting bitch face. She also. Yeah, I've never hooked up with a girl that's 6'1".
No, I've never hooked up with a girl that was taller than me.
I think I have.
Probably pretty easy.
But I just feel like, oh, thank you. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you. It's hard when they lift you up and pound you.
Yeah, exactly.
Charles Oliveira taking on Nick Lentz.
Ooh, that's a good fight.
Does Oliveira like lose a lot though?
No, he's won like
who did he beat?
Last 3. I know he just beat David Tamer was his last win.
Yeah.
I think he subbed him. Dude, Charles Oliveira, like I can't picture a fight except for Cody Garbrandt because I was there. I can't picture a fight. Was that him? No, that wasn't him. That
No.
was the other Brazilian dude.
Yeah,
I can't picture a fight where Charles Oliveira isn't strangling somebody.
Yeah, he's really good.
Like
at
I can't
jiu-jitsu.
think of his losses.
But Nick Lentz is one of those dudes that like wins the fight, you think he's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Loses the fight, you think he's gonna win. But I like him, big Trump supporter. Although he's like yelling at Trump online the other day for like banning the thing with the tariffs. It's like fucking with his like stocks. Like he's he's a smart guy though, Lentz. I like him. I like the guy.
And he's a great fighter. He's a great fighter.
He left ATT, went to the Blackzilians.
Interesting.
And then he beat Will Brooks, his old like training partner. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Will Brooks, man, he kind of just fell off the map.
Yeah. Remember? He beat Michael Chandler twice. Like convincingly in Bellator.
He did. Yeah.
That Chandler fight was rough to watch.
Dude, that was rough to watch.
Davi Ramos. I don't know who Davi is.
Davi Ramos, he is a ADCC heavyweight champ. Or no.
55.
Lightweight champ.
Oh.
Lightweight?
Wasn't he the bad guy in Davi? Wasn't he the guy?
I don't know what he competes at jiu-jitsu, but he's a ADCC, IBJJF world champ. Like, he's legit.
Wasn't he the bad guy in Iron Fist? Davi? You ever see Iron Fist?
I didn't watch Iron Fist.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that garbage.
Oh.
I heard before I started it that it was terrible.
So this guy's a big jits guy.
He's a jiu-jitsu guy, yeah.
You know anything about Austin Hubbard?
I know nothing about Austin Hubbard.
And see,
We
how
should
are
probably,
Eubanks?
since we do an MMA podcast, we should probably learn about these guys, right?
Some of these people.
There's just so
Sajara
many.
Eubanks, I talked to her
Sarge.
friend. I talked to her buddy, Caitlin Chukagan, who says that she's looking good. She's at 135. She's going to make weight against Aspen Ladd, who's looking like a fucking world beater.
Dude,
lately.
Aspen Ladd is awesome. Do you follow her on Instagram?
Yeah.
All her pictures are her and fucking her two wolves.
Really?
They're like
wolves?
they're Siberian Huskies, but they're giant, dude. They're like up to her chest. And every picture is just like, oh, hiking with the babies and taking the dogs out. It's rad.
I like
She's
her,
a
though.
rad chick, yeah. And she doesn't give a shit. Like, she comes to fight.
But Sajara Eubanks is
And
really
so does,
good.
Yeah, so does Sarge. So I think it's just going to be like, this is going to be one of those like early days of the female fights where they're just beating the shit out of each other, and it's going to be awesome.
There was a great knockout in the UFC with the two Brazilians on the undercard. It was the first fight of the night. Girl got clocked.
Didn't see it.
It was crazy.
Damn.
Desmond Green, who had some trouble with the law. I think he got like a DUI and like killed some. I don't know what happened. Some allegedly some down and like. Hope the person's well. I don't know what happened, but I know that like he's won his last couple fights, and so who knows what the deal is there. Grant Dawson, Grant Dawson came to my show in Missouri. He has like the worst ADHD ever.
Yeah.
Love the kid. I think he was like a state champ, wrestler, tough kid. Trains under James Krause, taking on Mike Trezano, who's 8-0. It should be a good fight.
Mike Trezano, was he a tough guy or a contender?
I don't know.
Contender
Looks like he's like a Jersey Shore guy.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like Vinny, yeah.
Pat Cummings versus Ed Herman.
Pat Cummings, Ed Herman. I think, I mean, we know how Ed Herman feels about jiu-jitsu.
Wow, what did he say?
Wasn't Ed Herman the guy that said jiu-jitsu doesn't work?
That's Dave Herman.
Dave Herman.
Yeah, no, that's Dave Herman. Yeah. Dave Herman, who like got into like a high-speed chase by the cops and then like tried to claim police brutality, but like it wasn't. And it was,
Ed Herman.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Light heavyweight.
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't seen him fight in a
Cummings
while.
has not looked good his last couple fights.
He hasn't looked great. I mean, he's always been a weird one because he got thrown into the UFC like your first fight is DC. Like,
Yeah.
what are you supposed to do?
He called
man?
him out.
You know,
He said he made him
Like,
cry in practice.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Like,
I mean, he was second in the country in NCAA wrestling. He's no slouch. He was a Penn State guy. And I heard he was a monster in practice.
And that's the thing but sometimes it doesn't always translate. You know, it just doesn't always translate to MMA. It should, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But Ed Herman, same thing. Like he's lost 4 of his last 5.
Has he really?
Yeah, to Derek Brunson, Krylov, lost to CB Dalloway and John Vellante. So, I mean, he's losing to good guys, but he's not losing to great guys.
Yeah.
He beat Tim Bosch. So, like, you never know with these guys. And then
Tim Bosch's
everything
like
else is
70 years
like
old,
win, loss, no contest, couple
Yeah.
wins, couple losses.
I don't know about this one. These guys should go to the PFL and try to win $1 million. Honestly.
Exactly. Like these are the level guys that should be doing that. If you're going to be fighting anyway, you might as well fight for $1 million.
If you're going to be on the ESPN plus, you know.
But at the same time, like I get the I want to be in the UFC.
I get it too. But
angle.
$1 million.
I understand.
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million, and you're fighting John Howard. No disrespect to John Howard, but these guys that you can beat.
Yeah.
You know, very beatable guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What are we doing here? Zach Cummings taking on Trevor Giles. I don't know. I think was it Jay Giles' brother? I don't know who that guy is.
Undefeated.
But Zach Cummings. Did Zach win his last fight or lose?
I don't.
He's a tough guy, Zach Cummings.
Look, he is, but he's another one like Patrick Cummings, where it's just like.
But he's won a lot more.
Yeah, he wins a couple, and then
he's doing a lot better than Patrick.
Then he'll lose. Zach, what was Zach's last fight?
I like Zach.
Yeah, and he's he's a lovable guy. That's the thing about Zach Cummings. Like nobody has a problem with him. He's just the super cool like, hi man, I'm from Missouri, whatever. Like,
I don't believe in sunscreen.
Trevor Smith was his last win. Yeah.
He's coming off a win.
Yeah.
So why are they burying him under this?
I mean, he I don't know. Is he really like a name? Like most people, unless you're a hardcore fan, you don't know who Zach Cummings is. So I get why they would put him there.
Hello, Phil Baroni.
What's up? Who's this?
This is Adam Hunter. You're on the MMA Roasted Podcast. How are you, man?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Good. So, what's up?
Nothing. What's up?
Nothing. So I saw that you guys, did you sign with Combate?
No, not with Combate.
Oh, because I saw on your Instagram you had like you were at the Combate event and it seemed like they were gonna sign you.
Seemed like that, huh?
Yeah.
No. I'm doing some pro wrestling in Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Amigo.
That's awesome. Now, what happened? You and Bonner got banned from something? What happened?
Oh, fuck yeah. Hood Slam, some bullshit pro wrestling fucking thing. You see all that?
Yeah. No, tell me what happened.
You don't know? I don't know. I forgot. So, hold on. What happened? Oh, we went in there. The dude's a transsexual, and he had a crush on me, and I don't know. So I don't know what happened. I got an ex-partner this one. So something to do.
Wait, you were supposed to wrestle a transsexual wrestler?
There was a transsexual wrestling promoter, and he had a crush on me. And somehow he saw some nudes of me or something. I don't know. I wasn't ready to get a call, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's when it's the best calls, man. No, Phil, there's no such thing as a bad call with Phil Baroni. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
So
sorry. Sorry.
Are you taking bong hits?
Yeah, you heard? I live on a weed farm.
Oh, you live on a weed farm. Now, I saw you do grappling in like a backyard. You were fucking some kid up. The guy was saying that you couldn't tap him, and then next thing I know, you were tapping him.
Yeah, some dude from Brazil, some black belt from Brazil came here. Some, I don't know.
But you were beating him with like you were wearing your wrestling shoes, and you were beating him with like leg locks and toe holds and stuff.
I was using fucking Ken Shamrock shit on his ass.
Beautiful.
That was pretty awesome. Now we talked about the last time in your bare knuckle boxing match, you came in drunk. You had 4 drinks and 3 shots, and you said Coleman bought you these drinks, right?
Yeah.
So that was a big mistake because then next thing I know, you don't remember what happened. Chris Lieben hit you, but you learned your lesson. No more drinking before bare knuckle fights.
No more drinking.
That's it. Now you were on the wagon, but then Bonner got you off the wagon.
Yes.
Now are you back on the wagon?
Yes. Today I am.
That's good. That's good.
Today you are.
That's good because it seems like a guy you're hanging out with a guy with an ankle bracelet maybe isn't the best influence on you.
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
Now he talked about. I don't know if you know who Tom Ryan is. Tom Ryan was like one of the best wrestling coaches ever. Great wrestler. Now when he went
wrestler from New York, right? One of the best wrestlers from New York.
From New York, he was coaching Phil at Hofstra, and then he brought in the boxing gloves. Well, when Phil one day brought in boxing gloves and wanted the whole team to fight, and Tom Ryan's like, "I'll fight you," and Phil knocked out the coach. Did Tom get back to you about this?
No. No. Did he get back to you about it?
No. I thought
I had a transfer, then I had a fucking transfer. He was butthurt about it I had to go to a different college.
Wait, that's the reason you had to transfer, because you knocked out the coach?
Yeah, can't knock out the coach.
I thought it was because you sold the football team G, and then you had you had the football team all on like some kind of drugs.
That was part of it.
That wasn't why he had to transfer, though. That was just why he was in trouble.
I told you that part. Yeah. I told you that part. That's the main part of it.
That was the main part. Okay. Now, after you left Hofstra and you were a pro fighter, at what point were you stripping on an all-black dance team in Jamaica?
Well, I guess my fifth. I started doing my fifth. I was a 5-year senior.
Yeah.
So I started doing, I guess, my junior year or something. I was in college.
Had to make some money, huh?
Now, you were the only white guy on the all-black male review?
Yeah. We went to the Bahamas. We went to Jamaica.
Now, did they have huge schlongs, and were you ever like embarrassed that maybe yours wasn't as big?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he's the New York badass.
Now, did a lot of the black girls want to have sex with you because you kind of stood?
Schlongs though. They had huge schlongs. Yes.
So, how many black girls do you think that you slept with during this time on the black dance team?
No, it was mostly white girls, bro. We go to sometimes black girls, but we go to like fucking like Breezes, a place called it's like a little family like Breezes it was called, and then we do a MMA review there for all the girls.
Oh wow!
And they have sex. It was
Man.
like it was a service.
Of course, yeah, service. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You're providing a service. Nothing wrong with that.
I was a white boy, but it was all the rich ladies that wanted to, that would cheat on their husband. The husbands were wearing business, and they were in the Bahamas.
Right, of course. And then
the rich lady gimmick. And one toga white guy was me, Cream.
And then how many? Like I watched one of your fights back in Pride when you were fighting this like Japanese guy. I think he was like a wrestler, a Japanese professional wrestler. And you just beat the shit out of him, and then started foot stomping him afterwards.
On his head.
Yeah, on his head.
Yeah.
Who was? And that guy was a good guy. That guy beat a lot of guys. That was a good guy.
Yeah, he was supposed to beat me. He was a really good guy.
And you were just not. I mean, It was like, did you practice that and like practice like curb stomping people?
That was from fucking street fighting in Master Pequot. Take the guy down and kick him real fast, kick him in the face, get up, take him down and get up and kick him in the head. Just regular street move.
That was insane. That was insane. Now afterwards, did you have threesomes with the Japanese girls?
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
But yeah,
I stayed I actually went to Thailand after that.
Oh my God.
I went to Thailand for a week.
I can't even picture. So it was like you.
I wonder why I'm divorced.
Yeah, I wonder why you're divorced. But so like now you're in Stockton, and like is it a big it must be a big come down from like that life of just.
No, now I'm a Lodi. This is nice over here. This is nice. I live on a fucking winery. I train and stuff.
Nice.
Who do you live with?
I got a little fucking what is this thing? Townhouse? I don't know what this is. Little townhouse. Little house.
Nice.
Little fucking guest house.
Yeah. Now I see you. I watch your Instagram feed. You're always in the gym. You're pumping these huge weights. I mean, you got to be almost hitting 40. How does a guy like you stay so freaking jacked?
Steroids.
I mean, aren't you nervous it's going to fuck up your body?
No.
Now, are you injecting them or is it pills?
Eating them.
You're eating steroids. I wouldn't even know where to start with that. I have no. Where do you even get steroids?
Obviously, you put them in your mouth and you eat them, and then you do fucking push-ups and shit.
See, that's how steroids should be done.
Yeah.
Just fucking do them. Do them and do the work.
Just fucking eat them and just do push-ups. You know?
Now, who do you think's gonna win, Nate Diaz or Anthony Pettis?
Diaz,
yeah.
Pettis is a little bit of downside.
Yeah. What about Tony Ferguson or Cowboy?
Ferguson. I don't know. It's a fight.
That's a good fight.
Either way. Either way.
That's a good fight.
That isn't either. That's a pick 'em.
But I'm just saying I have a funny feeling Ferguson. But just styles, you know what I mean? They're both even. It's a good fight, but.
So when are you going to Mexico to do pro wrestling?
Fucking me and Bon are going like in a week or so. I can't fucking remember. I wasn't ready. I would have wrote it down. I forgot everything.
That's all right. We'll have you back on. Now the last time you were you went over to a different country.
Pro wrestling supposed to be like fucking next week at the fucking in fucking Mexico. I'm gonna fucking smash this motherfucker's neck off, but I forgot. I'm fucked.
Do you even know who you're wrestling?
No, me and Bon versus a bunch of Mexican dudes.
Is it a tag team wrestling?
Yeah, they're a tag team.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I want to be like the Border Patrol. We're just going to fucking kill a bunch of fucking little Mexican dudes and pull their masks off and beat the fucking shit out of them. We'll see if they let us do that.
Yeah, they'll let you do that. I can see they'll let you do that.
I'm going to pitch that. What are they going to do?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they'll let you do that. Of course they will.
Yeah.
Of course.
What are they going to do?
What are they gonna do? Well, listen, Phil Baroni, you're a classic, man. You really are the best ever. I'll talk
Greatest
to you,
ever.
We'll talk to you soon, man. Take care, brother.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
No, you're the best. You're the best.
Thanks, pal. Good talking to you.
Love you, man. All right, that was Phil Baroni.
Man, I will never ever forget renting Ultimate Knockouts 1 over and over and over again and watching Phil Baroni run across the cage and just smash and then jump up on the cage and screaming, "I'm the greatest ever."
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can never forget that.
What about when he destroyed Dave Mene? I mean, Dave Mene
Wasn't that fight?
That was the same fight, right?
Yeah, it was that fight.
And Dave Mene was a good fighter.
He vetoed him.
Yeah, Dave Mene
across the cage.
I think he beat Matt Lindland. I mean, he beat a lot of good guys.
He was good. Where's he now?
Dave Mene?
Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
He's probably coaching somewhere.
Probably, right?
And that's pretty much the only, unless you become a pro wrestler, I guess. Do a bunch of steroids.
Well, anyway, that's our podcast. What do you got coming up?
Not much. We actually canceled the gi class at Braxton, so now it's all no gi. I'm taking a couple weeks off. Going to let it carry over from our MMA guys. And then I'm going to take over in a couple weeks. So come by Tuesday and Thursday, 7 o'clock for no gi jiu-jitsu at Braxton's Combat Sports. And I got a tournament in June doing the LA Open, NABJJF LA Open, June 22nd and 23rd. So I'm getting ready for that. Just training 4 or 5 days a week and eating good, eating healthy, going to get the weight back down. And yeah, that's it.
I love it. Well, listen, I'm in New York City this week. Thursday night Gotham, Friday at the Westside Comedy Club, Saturday Westside Comedy Club. Next week, the Ventura Harbor Comedy Club. In June, I'm in Calgary, I think June 11th to the 16th. Then I'm in Minnesota at the end of June. July fight weekend, I am at the Stratosphere, and then mid-July, I am in Naples at the Off the Hook Comedy Club. Go to adamhunter.com. You can see where I'm at. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Later.
Trap sonsen, trap dansen. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Даадаж дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.